All of cup matches water.
Okay, Jesslyn, I know you know that song. How does that song go?
It says, "Good thing on my baby bumblebee." Good thing on my baby bumblebee. I don't even sing that. Wheels on a bus.
The wheels on the bus? Okay, sing about the wheels on the bus.
Ow.
Yeah, come over and sit by me.
The wheels
Just sing
on
me
the
a
bus
song,
go
okay?
round and round. Will you sit on my lap?
So,
Yeah.
Let me sit here and you sit on my lap. Okay, here we go. How do the wheels on the bus go?
I don't know.
The wheels on the bus go round and round. Round and round, round and round. Wheels on the bus go round and round all through the town. Well, that's one song.
well, I could sing you a song. You want me to sing you a song? Okay. This is a song that I used to sing to your mother when she was very small. Okay? It goes like this. It's about a cat. You like cats? Okay. Mrs. Pussy, sleek and fat, with her kittens four, went to sleep upon a mat by the kitchen door. Da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Mrs. Pussy heard a noise. Up she jumped to see. Kittens, maybe it's a mouse. Let us go and see. Creeping, creeping, creeping on. Silently they stole, but the little mouse had gone back into its hole. Home with hungry Mrs. Puss, with her kittens four, found their dinner on a plate by the kitchen door. As they gathered round the plate, they agreed it was nice that the food didn't run away like the little mice. Isn't that a funny song?
That's a great song.
That's a funny song. You like stories about dogs? You want to hear about dogs I had when I was a little boy? Okay, when Jennifer was a little girl, I used to tell her a story about a dog named Pooch.
I told you he had a dog named Pooch.
Now, Pooch was a dog that was about, I don't know, he was about somewhere between a little bitty dog and a great big dog. But he was big enough that when we were little bitty kids, we would try to ride on him.
Like
But
a
he
horse?
wasn't a horse, so we couldn't really ride on him. But Pooch was a really smart dog. And back in those days, it was okay to eat rabbits and squirrels because we lived way out on the farm. And it was okay to eat rabbits and squirrels. And Pooch was the best hunting dog you ever could imagine. Pooch would know how to catch rabbits and squirrels. And so one time, my father went to visit a place on the farm next to ours. And he came back with another dog. And this dog was named Prince. Now, Pooch was white with orange spots. And he had long floppy ears and a long tail that curled up. Prince was brown. And he had a lot of hair around his neck. And his ears stood straight out like that. He looked more like a wolf. So we called him a wolf, but he wasn't really a wolf. He was just a dog that looked a little bit like a wolf. So he and Pooch got to be really good friends. And they would take us over into the woods, and they would say, okay. And they'd go bark, bark, bark. And say, oh, Pooch must be chasing a rabbit. So we would say, okay, we will go see if we can find us a rabbit. And Pooch would go off up there. And then all of a sudden, we would see Pooch running across the open meadow, and then right behind him was Prince. And then Prince would chase the rabbit. And Pooch would actually go off to another place, and he'd just sit there and he'd wait. Prince would chase the rabbit, And then Pooch would sit there and wait, and pretty soon Prince would make the rabbit go right to Pooch, and Pooch would grab the rabbit. And then we'd all have rabbit for supper. So that was kind of a way that we did things with that. And you know, now it's kind of sad to think about eating rabbits, but back then that was a pretty normal thing we did because we lived on the farm and we didn't have very much food, so we had to eat things like that. We ate chickens and rabbits and squirrels, and that was part of farm life. I had 3 brothers, and my brothers would love to go hunting with me, and so we would go out. Sometimes we would hunt all night long looking for other kinds of animals, and we would get animals from the forest, and we would get the fur from the animal, and we would take that fur and we would make little gloves out of it, and we'd make coats out of it, and we'd make a coat and we'd put the coat on Pooch to keep him warm. And so it was a lot of fun playing with dogs like that. One of the times that we did, sometimes on a warm, hot day in the summer, we would go down to the creek and we'd build a dam on the creek. We'd throw dirt across the creek, and then the dirt would be there, and then it would back up the water behind it. And after we got enough water, we'd jump in there and swim to cool off. And that was a lot of fun. Well, Pooch would go down there with us, and he'd guard us. He would keep us from getting in trouble, because alongside that creek bank, there were a lot of snakes. And the snakes would swim out into the water. And of course, we'd be swimming in the water. And we didn't want to share the water with the snakes. So Pooch would chase the snakes away. And sometimes Pooch would go in the water. He'd grab the snake with his jaws, and he had very powerful jaws. He'd grab the snake, he'd haul the snake off to the side and not let him be in the water where we were. So we really loved old Pooch. He was a wonderful dog. And so Prince was not quite as friendly as Pooch. Prince was more of a hunting dog. He was great for hunting, and he was very fast. And we would go out at night. The boys would in my family. We would go out at night and we'd say, "Okay, we're going to see what we can find tonight." So after it got dark, like tonight, it's getting kind of dark, we'd go out there and we'd build a fire. And we'd sit around that fire and we'd wait until Pooch or Prince started barking. And when they started barking,
It's dark outside.
Yeah, it is dark outside. And so we'd build a fire there so we'd have some light, and so we'd stay warm. This would be more in the wintertime when it's cold. And so Pooch would then go out and hunt things, and he would hunt possums and coons, and we would take their fur and make warm things from their fur, and we'd stretch out the hides on the deal so they could make really warm covers for the animals and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun.
Wow, how did you learn to do that?
Well, it took a lot of practice, and we would get in the mail. We would get magazines, and there was a magazine called Field and Stream, and Field and Stream was all about stuff like that. And so we would wait until the fur-bearing issue came out, and then we would read everything there about the fur-bearing issue. And so what you would do is you would take the hide and stretch the hide over a stretcher and hang it up to let it dry.
Wow. That's a good story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you for the story.
Yeah.
That's a great story. Well, what about, did you have a horse? You had a mule.
We had a mule that was named Old Beck. Old Beck was really a tall mule.
Do you know what a mule is, Jesselyn? What is a mule?
Give me my hat.
Okay, what is a mule? Is it like a horse? Do you know what a mule is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't see you, Nana.
I can't see you either. I see this funny looking thing. It's a trunk on an elephant. My goodness, that's like an elephant's trunk.
Hello.
Are you an elephant?
It's a trunk.
Looks like a black elephant
Me?
with his trunk hanging out here. That's like an elephant.
Can you feel this? Can you feel this trunk right here?
Me?
Mm-hmm. Do you see? It is like a trunk. Well, Jesselyn,
What?
maybe another time you can hear another story. Did you know we have to go pretty soon? Are you ready to go?
I see you. Huh?
I hope she'll sing the Bumblebee song.
You don't see me, Grandpa. I have a truck, Grandpa.
Now an elephant. See, I got an elephant. I got a trunk.
Huh. I think there's a bumblebee in this hat. Bzzz. Look here. Look here. We gotta smash up this bumblebee. Look here. Look, I found one bumblebee. Here. Look, I'm giving it to you so you can sing your song. Here, give it here. Here it is. I'm putting it in your hand. I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee.
I yelled it.
Are you gonna sing it?
No.
You're too tired to sing?
Hey, my hat.
Your hat's right here.
I'm gonna have my hat. I have a trunk again.
Yeah, you do have a trunk again.
You can see me. Now I
No,
see you.
I can't see it, but I can see your hands.
You don't see me.
I see your hands.
Yep. But you can't see me the
bet
whole
this
time.
trunk is hiding somebody. Oh goodness, I wonder who's behind that trunk.
It's me, Grandpa.
Oh, it's you. Goodness sakes, I didn't know that. Maybe you better take a look again. That's a funny looking trunk.
Stop it.
Let me put your ponytail back in.
Ow.
Do you want to leave it down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you see me?
I bet she'll go to sleep in the car on the way home.
I bet so.
Are you sleepy, Jesselyn?
No, never.
Na, 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 na. You hear me?
I do, I hear you.
Na, 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 na. Stop it.
I'd hear you better if you were singing.
I wonder if the Bumblebee
A,
can
B,
sing
C, D, F,
through the
G.
trunk. Do elephant trunks sing?
Hi.
Do you know that song about ABCD?
You don't see me, Grandpa.
We've been listening to songs in the car. Lots and lots of different
You don't
songs.
see me, Grandpa.
Nope, can't see you.
I have a trunk.
Yeah, you have a funny looking trunk.
Can't touch me.
Can't touch you?
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't know. I might be able to touch you.
What?
I might be able to touch you.
Nope.
Well, huh?
Don't touch my dress.
Jesselyn, you have a dog at your house. Is your dog named Pooch? Is your dog named Prince? What's your dog's name? 2 dogs. What are their names?
Abby and Minna.
Abby and Minna.
Abby and Minna.
Can you tell a story about them?
Uh-huh.
What do they like to do, those dogs? Do they just sit around and eat, or do they go out and hunt?
Go mud.
They go in the mud.
Yeah.
Are they mud dogs?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I don't know that I ever saw a mud dog.
Stop it.
Sorry.
I don't want this.
Okay, here, I'll take it down. Sorry. Okay. I bet Abby and Minna are missing you
Yeah.
because you didn't spend the night you spent the night at my house last night.
Now you don't see me, Grandpa.
Nope, don't see you. But I bet you're behind the ooh.
You don't see me.
Well, what about a mule? I want to hear a story about a mule.
Putting my foot in the
Do
air.
you want to hear a story about a mule?
Yeah?
Okay, we had a big mule, and her name was Beck. Beck was brown, same color as Prince.
Oh, here.
Yeah,
That's black.
right.
Black and purple.
And when Beck she was very nice and very sweet. She took good care of us. And we could put 5 kids on her back at one time. She was so big. We've all of my brothers and sisters on her back at one time. It was a funny looking deal with all those kids on the back of that mule.
Look at my toes. You can't see them.
Yeah, I know. I know. I bet you I could find them if I needed to.
Would you like to ride on a mule, Jesselyn?
Can I touch him?
Can I touch them? I don't know. I could or not.
You feel them?
Well, I think maybe. Oh, this little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roasted beef. This little piggy had none. This little piggy cried wee 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 all the way home.
Do you think you would like to ride on a mule? No. Well, you like to ride on a horse.
I don't know where the mirror. I'm riding on a chicken.
A chicken? How do you ride on a chicken?
I don't.
I know you want to ride on a bald eagle.
I don't know. Chickens and bald eagles are pretty fun to fly on, I guess. You'd have to have a big one, though.
This afternoon she was flying on a broom.
Super chicken.
Yeah. Well, I think somebody is very tired.
Not me.
Of
Hey.
course not. You're not tired at all.
Me?
Uh-uh.
Doll? Where's the doll?
I'm the one that's tired. You're not tired.
I'm
Where's
tired.
the doll? Where is the doll? Where is the doll?
He said, you're not tired at all. At all. That sounded kind of like doll, didn't it? Silly goose. Okay, what do we need to do before we go home? Say thank you for the story?
Wow.
You don't want to go home, do you? You're silly.
I'm gonna go to your house.
Would you like to come back here on Halloween and do some trick-or-treating?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And come back another time and have another story, maybe.
Who knows? You might find some candy on Halloween night. You can find candy. Maybe they'd give you an apple. That'd be a good thing for you to have as an apple.
I like apples.
I don't.
Would you rather have an orange or an apple?
Okay, Missy. I think we better get our stuff together.
Why?
Because it's almost bedtime.
Why?
Thank you for the story.
Thanks for coming to see me.
Yeah, thank you for the story. I want to hear another story sometime. Maybe Jesselyn will sing another song sometime. I like to hear her songs too.
No, I don't want to hear about songs.
You don't?
No.
Oops.
Oops.
Okay.
Okay, just
We need this full of
yes.
ice water or something
And
like
this
that.
is for you to take home because it's purple and it matches your dress.
Oh, beautiful.
And witches are supposed to wear rings
Why?
because they're magic.
I want
That's
them
a
all.
Kind of
spider.
scary ring.
Yes, and look at these.
Well, let's see if my
They're shiny. That's for you to
camera
take home
did
with
that,
you.
what it was supposed to do.
Oh,
So, what does that do?
record it.
It just makes a video, and then you can edit it. Let's see
You have
if I
a
did it
camera,
right.
or is that just